I said this relationship, have anybody seen him on Facebook? No, because he hate the spotlight, he hate entertainment, he hate none of that. But I feel like me and my husband were compatible on that level where we don't mind social media. We can write all day, we can chat all day. That's just, where we find what, self sometimes, like entertaining each other, making each other laugh, coming to it makes her happy. It makes her happy. Behind closed door, we still do that. But I respect what you're saying. Not everybody would be happy to see stuff like that.
Right.
Or even if they're not happy, there's still people who will come in to destroy, what you got.
And sometimes too, a man's shame is like a real man's shame. Don't get me wrong, like you said, some men still being home, still being a full-time boyfriend, a husband, and their wives and girlfriend go to work. But at the end of the day, it's like, once people started know about it, or the women bragging and stuff like that, I'm taking care of this person, I'm bringing this income, I'm bringing this one, this person, he's not bringing anything in. It's like it limits his, responsibility, and stuff like that. Things started to go sideways and things started to flip and all of those things because, you can't, for example, you can go buy phone. I just put that example out there. You can go buy a cell phone for your man and paying the phone bill, however it is, and then you start to brag about it and start to talk about it. Now you can talk about those things if he's lazy or however don't want to work. But if you know the status of your man, he's hardworking and all of those things. But because he's not making how much you making above him and stuff like that, those are your in-house issues and stuff like that should be talked about. But once you start to talk brag about those things and stuff like that to your friends, guess what? The same friends will leave from behind your back and start to talk and bring it up to your man, and he will feel ashamed, embarrassed about it. If this is a potential man, he knows his responsibility, but because he's not there yet. But if this a lazy man that just want to sit there and just eat off your party or however wait for you to go in and out, then oh well. If the woman accepted for a man to be home 24 hours, take care of the kids, and she go to work, that's what she want. If that's what she want, that's what she want. But for me, LaRihanna, there's no man gonna lay on my damn couch and stay home while we have kids together or however it is, and I go to work 24/7 and bring it in. You're not handicapped. You can walk. We can work. You should go out and work. We will look for a babysitter. We will split the time.
Let me ask a question. Catherine, you were saying something about your ex-husband not wanting to be on Facebook. He don't want nothing, like don't post him, don't do this, don't do that.
No, not posting part. When I say like not wanting to be on Facebook, like he's not like a blunt person who will, like the way I'm out there, I through divorce and already all on the internet, like none of that. Like he not like that.
Okay. The question I was gonna ask was, did you think that was the reason he may have cheated on you?
Well, I think
because
cheating
he's so secretive.
No, I think cheating is a choice. Yeah, cheating is a choice. So, by a certain time in that relationship, it was over. It was lack of, me being, and not to talk down my children's father, but my husband felt like I was just too much. When it comes to entertainment, when it comes to education, it was just too much. Sometimes a woman can be too much. When a man just want to be low key and tune it down, and that's not his cup of tea, and you too much for him, he don't want to be there. Myself, I didn't want to be there. Our marriage did not end for cheating. Because if that was it, then we both would have left each other. Because certain part in a relationship, when we felt like it wasn't working, we both went out of the relationship because we didn't actually wanted to be there. Our marriage ended on the ground where we're not compatible and it's not working. This is why you don't see me in no heated argument with my children's father, or I will kill you. The communication is good. Everything is not perfect, but things are fine. There's no heated argument because the relationship ended on that. We're not compatible. It's not working. Why are we wasting our time? Go find love and be great. I will go find love and be great. And that's just, we went our peaceful way. And to this day, it's still peaceful, if you ask me. Even though he's really annoying sometimes.
I have one more question.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think this man that you're with love you more than the man you were with?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because love is an action word. Love is an action word. When somebody love you, you will show it and they will show it. So I feel more loved. I feel more taken care of. I feel like where I'm at in my marriage or with this husband of mine, I feel like there were so many things I was lacking for the longest in the long-term relationship that I got within 6 to 7 months with being with my new partner. And there's just certain things you can put out there, but women were so focused on long-term. I don't care if I'm in a 10 years marriage or 15-year marriage. If I'm not growing as a woman, I don't want to be there. I should be moving from levels to levels in my relationship. And when I met my current husband that I'm with now, there are things that I was lacking for years that with this relationship, with the prayers that we will hold hands and pray together, that it happened for me. Because guess what? Somebody understood me. Somebody want to meet me where I'm at. Somebody wants to work on that problem with me. Somebody want us to talk about it. You get what I'm saying? It's not about how long. It's really about, because I heard, I think DJ Fynest said, 7 months, you were together, 6 months. No, a man can meet you with 6, 7 months and know that you are the one. Based on your character, based on what, based on how compatible you are, based on how much you can accomplish things. My husband and I could be here, we can talk about, and we can make a plan. And when we go back home, there are men who deceive women. There are women who, they say, okay, we're going to get married. We plan everything together to go back, and there is no wedding to be held. There is nothing to be had. Your man can be like, bro, he said, let's work together, we'll build a house. Your only effort is to make sure you go on that land every day, make sure the cements and the blocks are there, make sure you put in 2 to 2 together. And I said, yeah, well, since I have a good steady income, I'll make sure I'm doing that. You take care of that area, I will take care of the area, and you go by no black land, no land even bought. They got people in like that. But I know my husband is the one, because we have planned things together. This is your part, this is my part. And every time I go, that our things, it always work out. I'm not a stupid woman. I'm not looking at waiting and sitting around looking personally now for men to eat my money, okay, and feed off of me. I got 3 kids to feed and I got some bills to pay. So I ain't stupid enough to sit around and say any type of man gonna be in Liberia and can use me and take my income and eat my eye and all of that stuff. That's not how it works around here, personally, for me. Okay, because if I can't allow a man to do that to me in America, I'm not gonna allow a man in Africa to do that to me.
But Catherine, let me say something. You just said that you're not gonna allow a man to do this, but I feel like that's exactly what you're already doing.
It was since
what I meant to say. But I feel like what I'm trying to say is that marriage is from my experience, marriage is a communication. But one thing I do know about marriage is that dating a guy and talking with him on Facebook or on the phone or writing letters to him or going to visit him in Liberia and stay there and come back. On a very serious note, it would not be the same when that guy comes in your home and you guys are living together and he's seeing you every day, all day, and you're going through the worst time because maybe you and your husband have not reached the level where where he really would know who Catherine is every day, all day. Like right now, you go to Liberia, you spend time with him, you leave. Whatever is going on there, that's what it is. You don't. But what I'm trying to say is that marriage is not something where you can just meet a guy and get married to him. I feel like that's part of the reason why a lot of marriages are breaking up, because we are getting married on impulse. We're getting married because we're on a time frame. We're getting married because we believe, okay, and I got all of this. What will complete me? Now I need to get married. So I feel like majority of our women, and I say the same thing with the men, but we're just talking about women, but the same thing goes for men. But women are more likely to fall as victims compared to men. You know, when a man goes to Liberia and married his wife, and I'm speaking from facts. I'm not just speaking because I like to speak. I'm a bold woman. I know the
Yeah,
way
I respect that. I listen to your perspective.
I know sometimes the way I say it, it can come offensive, but I like it. I like to be real.
It wouldn't come off offensive to people who don't have an open mind.
When a man leaves, when a man goes to Liberia to marry a woman, the possibility of that marriage working is way higher than when a woman goes to Liberia and marry a man. And that's just facts. I'm not speaking from what I don't know.
Facts based on what? Facts based on what?
Most of the guys that I know in Oregon that our women left here and went to Liberia and got married to them, almost all of them are not together anymore. Because most of the time when the guys get here, and I'm just speaking from what I see. When here, the guys want something better. The guys think they want something better.
Right.
But
and when you say something better, what are you talking about? Better job, better what?
Better situation, better woman.
What I'm trying to say is, for example, the guy in Liberia, all he's seen is Liberian women. All he's seen is in Liberia. He comes to America, you go to Liberia, you marry him. He knows Catherine.
We go to Liberia and he married me. He found me. He married me. Yeah.
All right. Go to Liberia, marries you, right?
Yeah.
Catherine that man has married, he does not know the Catherine that will be with 24/7. He only
but who knows their partner 24/7 though? Do you feel like
the reason why, that's why it's important, you know, it's very important to date. For at least for me, I think, yes, there are chances where you can meet a guy, Leroy. I met him, and literally we never parted until today. So when I met my husband at work, we never parted until today. I know you can meet a guy.
Still together.
Huh?
I said you're still together. What you say until today, like you're parted?
No, I mean like we still here, right? So and you guys can connect, but most likely it doesn't work that way the majority of the times. So I'm just saying that with you, let's say your husband come here, the possibility of your husband wanting a little bit, when I say something better, it's mine. Number one, he might say, oh, I in America. Now I see how the Liberian women in America are. Oh, I in America. I know a lot more about Catherine. Now I know, you know, Catherine's secrets. Maybe now I know what Catherine used to do in America before she went to Liberia to meet me.
But not to cut you off, right, DJ Fynest. First of all, when I personally, now I don't know about other women, when I started dating my husband, I told my husband everything that he needs to know, and he tells me everything that I need to know. And there's one of the reasons why we went on social media automatically, because if anybody will have anything negative to say about you, it will be on social media. Okay? If anybody know your secret, it will be on social media. You can talk and tell somebody, y'all can communicate. Dating is not living in the same household. Dating is communication. Okay? If I feel like all the communication me and my husband had, if I would have went to Liberia and his words is not in alignment with the conversation that we had, then I don't need to be with this man. I don't need to stay with this man. I don't need for this man and I to get married. I don't need that. You get what I'm saying? We cannot base everybody on the bad experiences around everyone else. You cannot generalize Liberian men that come here. It is true that Liberian men leave Liberia, they come here and they feel like, oh, I'm in America now. I want something better. But in America right now, we have men who got the same opportunity and some of them still feel like they want something better. It is character. Character is not geographically limited. A useless, abusive man will be a useless, abusive man. Whether he in Liberia or he in America, if a man wants to use you in America, make you work and pay all the bills, it's the same, DJ Fynest.
So that's what I'm trying.
It's the same. It's the same.
Trying to you're trying to generalize everything. It's not the same, Catherine.
It is the same. Just how you trying to generalize all men in Liberia that they're poor, they can't afford, you know, to marry a woman, they can't get a job, they just want to come to America. It's the same thing.
No, it's not the same thing. What I'm trying to say is, let's say in America here, if I were to look for a guy in America here, if I were not married, I most definitely would not look towards a guy who cannot afford the lifestyle that I am, you know, living, or the lifestyle that I want my dude to live. What I'm trying to say is, number one, you making way more money than he is making. Number two, he is not in a position, and I'm speaking from what I see, from what I read. You're a celebrity, so your situation was everywhere. We were all reading about it. I read about it, and I have not read anything or heard you, Catherine, defend this dude to say, my husband made good money, or to say, my husband was the one who bought the ring, who bought the wedding dress, who paid for the reception. I can say that.
Then you haven't been following. Then you haven't been following me good enough.
Let me finish, Catherine. I can say what I read, that you way more money than your husband.
Yeah, absolutely. I have a career.
That's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm basing it on. The fact that you are saying you will not spend money on a man in America, but you go to Liberia and you do the same thing. So what is the difference when you go into Liberia?
Here's the difference. Here's the difference. A man in America got the same opportunity as me.
That's what I'm telling you. Someone,
a man in Liberia do not have the same opportunity as me. The government is not paying them for their bachelors like they're supposed to. So yes, of course, exactly. A man in America who got opportunity to go to college, get the same degree, get a career like me. Why would I sit here and be a supportive woman to him in a financial sense?
Why will you go to Liberia and pay so much money for a guy to get married, and then you're gonna bring him here and you're gonna pay for him to come here, Catherine? I'm speaking from what I know, Catherine. I'm a woman of certain age. I know that you are the one who have the papers. You will buy a ticket. You will buy a visa.
As I should, because I'm his wife. As I should. DJ Fynest, you want to tell me you haven't made certain sacrifices in your relationship? It may not be financial sacrifice, but I'm sure that long-term relationship you've been in, there are things that you had to sacrifice for that man to be your husband. And that's what relationship is. Sacrifices.
See, there's a difference between marrying a guy and something happens in the relationship, you step up as a wife. That's how you go. But there's a difference between me and Leroy dating. I can date Leroy and spend money on Leroy. I said, I can do that. Leroy will have to spend money on me. Leroy will have to show me that he can take care of me, even if I can take care of myself. I'm looking for a man who is capable. So all I'm trying to tell you is that financially, you say you cannot spend on men here because they got the same opportunity. But I say it doesn't matter your geographic, wherever you are. So all I'm saying is, even in Liberia, there are men in Liberia that are making good money. I think that women. You chose a guy that you can take care of.
So, no, I chose a guy that can take care of himself. And if he was to have financial challenges, I, as his wife, would meet him halfway. That's exactly what it is in my relationship.
Can I say something? Can I say something? Catherine make a statement that, men, she can spend on men here in America because they have the same opportunity as her. They have the same opportunity to go to school. They have the same opportunity or whatever it is. My thing is, if the guys here and you guys both, living together, and it doesn't matter if one person has master or PhD or the wife got master, PhD or however, and a man does not. As long as that man can go to work, even if he can work 2 jobs or however it is, as long as he can work and come through and show support and bring it through. I don't think it matters on what education the person have. As long as he's go to work, he bring the income in and give it to the wife or however, say, okay, this is what we have, this is what we have to pay the bills, or however it is. That just matters to me personally. It doesn't matter on PhD or whatever degree you can go for it to go get. As long as you can go out there and work
and bring money. Yeah.
Rihanna, don't take it. When my church and father and I live together, right? With my children, don't take it as in, or a man having the same opportunity as me, as in, or because I have a degree and I'm making more money that I'm not going to respect that man. No. If my husband and I, my children and father and I were living in the same household, yes, he may not have a degree equivalent to mine. Yes, he may not have an income equivalent to mine. What I'm talking about is a man having the same opportunity as you, meaning he's not using that opportunity. There is jobs, but he don't want to work. He don't want to go to work and bring in income. When the income is there, he's not sharing that income or paying the bills like he's supposed to help you pay the bills. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
If I'm living in America and I have a man who he's going to work, the income is coming in. I know his income as husband and wife. We're supposed to know each other income so we can know where to balance each other out. Okay? So if he got an income coming in, I got an income coming in, I don't have no problem with that. I know you're a man who loves to work or wants to support your family. When you lose your income, I will balance you out. When I lose my income, I will balance you will balance me out. But you don't want to work, you're lazy, you know you want to be out there hanging out playing, then you want to come home, then I'm gonna take the majority of the responsibility because why I have the career or I'm bringing in more money, then that's not right.
But that's
if you ask me,
that's a lazy man. That's a lazy man. If a man just even you don't have to have a degree. They got so many jobs out here that pay
you can make more money,
have degrees and stuff like that. You know, you can, like I said, you don't have to lay on a couch and stuff like that. That man lazy. If he lay on the couch and then you go to work, come eat, bring everything, doing everything, and you just want to lay on the couch, no, what are you doing on the couch? Go to work. They got so many jobs out here. You can have 2 jobs and stuff, work hard, and come home as a man how you need to bring it in. Come in, PG.
Let me come in.
I know she's been trying to come in for long.
I know, I've been listening. I don't know if I'm getting it wrong. You know what you're saying. What I'm getting from you is you rather take care of the man in Liberia than to take care of the man in America because he refused to work. Is that what you're saying? I just want us to be on the same page, and some people are writing over there, so everybody needs to understand what you're saying.
Okay, so let me rephrase this. Okay, I'm saying a man in America here, where opportunity are presented to you, okay, and you decide to not use that opportunity to meet your woman halfway, okay, or to meet your in Liberia. Yes, the opportunity are there. People do have jobs and people work, but the way you know that our income is here in America, you know, the way they pay us here, they don't pay our people then back home, even with master's degree there. They got money to say in Liberia, you pay rent for a whole year. You don't pay monthly rent. If you get an apartment and the apartment is $300, you will pay for that whole year before you move into that apartment. You're not really paying light bill. Light bill is like, so the socio-economic status in Liberia is different than it is in America. You get what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. A person living in Liberia is able to take it up themselves. Social economically, they're able to take it up themselves based on their income. Vice versa in America, I have to pay monthly rent. So if I meet somebody here where it's not meeting me halfway, they have a job. I mean, there are jobs plenty here with income, and they're not able to meet me halfway, you know, and help me out. Or somebody who don't have the opportunity, I don't mind dating that person, because I see that they can work, they got potential, but they don't have the opportunity as them. There are a lot of men in this country who are abusing the opportunity that they have, that other men in Africa, they want and they need. And I don't think because they're in Africa or because they're Liberian, that they should not be loved or cared for or be met halfway because they're in Liberia. That's just my point. Yeah, that's just my point.
But remember now, there are women in Liberia that are loving the men that giving them. So I'm trying to figure out all the women in Liberia, like they are not good enough. What's up? what I'm trying to say is, majority of the time, Catherine, when our come here, they will leave. That's just what I've seen. And I believe it's like a rich person compared to a, so long you the breadwinner, so long you the one coming from America, most likely that man will do whatever you want, however you want it, whenever you want it. When you call him, you will always make time to answer because you know Catherine is making a paperwork to come to America. He will be on his best behavior. You will praise this man and tell the whole world you have an amazing dude. But when this gets to America, he will change. And I'm not.
And why? The reason, listen, my relationship, right? And there you go again. When you generalize, and when I generalize, then you said, why are we generalizing? You know, maybe. So what about those women who men came to America, right? And they're still together and happily together. What about them?
That's what I want to say.
What about them?
We need a successful relationship. So maybe DJ Finance can believe in that.
I can tell her a lot. She too focused.
Okay. Hold on. From 2018 to 2022, if they've been together since 2018 to now, we need a successful relationship from, Liberia. If you're here and you're watching and you've been with your husband from 2018 to 2022 and you brought him to America and he's been good to you, please call in. Let's talk about it, because this thing right here, it needs to be talked about.
It will be
absolutely. And that personally,
Catherine is the last caller, and we'll close the show.
Yeah. I have to let you go soon. But to be honest with you, I know DJ found out maybe she been around a lot of negative people or people who relationships don't work. But I'm gonna tell you right now, DJ Fynest, there are a lot of women, and I know someone, and personally, they're always encouraging me in my inbox, in my DM, that listen, because we're in a negative community, and there are people out there who will say a lot of negative things. I know someone who, she and her husband, they got married. He came to Liberia. He came to America. They've been together almost 8 years in their marriage. I know another lady, they've been together almost 7 years in their marriage. I know some people who are happily growing and happily successful in their relationship. My husband, personally, I can say he's not going to come here and leave me personally for anybody, because guess what? I'm his cup of tea, and I'm the woman that he loves, and I know that for a fact. Okay? For a fact. If he wants to come here,
Catherine, going to Liberia, the 7 to 10 years, that was like a long time. They probably came a year and then it went for their husband, then our husband came. I'm talking about the trending relationship now. Now mostly everybody going back home to get married. I want from 2018 to 2022, I want a successful relationship. So please, if you're on here, we're going to come back next week, and this topic is going to be our first topic, so we can talk about it. Call, join, follow their page, and let's talk about it, because I know somebody too who came from Liberia and went to brought their husband. They was with that man, so that does not count. We need new relationship. So DJ Fynest can find it. Be at ease.
Yeah, but by the end of the day, we Liberian. I come and go. Let me just say my last word. By the end of the day, by the end of the day, there are pros and cons to these type of relationship. Just as there are pros and cons to every relationship. You as a woman just have to know your worth, and you got to be, vigilant and not naive, and you have to know what you want and what you deserve. Let me tell you, in a relationship, whether a close distance or a long distance, or if you pick up red signs, okay, if you feel like this person is using me, and you know within yourself that person is using you, there is no need to move forward in that relationship. It's not that serious. I'm just saying there's some women who might do that. Personally, for me, that's not me. If I see a red flag, and I feel like it's a red flag, it's not going to work out, I'm not going to stay there. You get what I'm saying? But to generalize, my issue is the generalizing all relationship in Liberia. It's the generalizing, because we never talk about the people who are sincerely happy, who are sincerely thriving, who sincerely met their partners, and they're moving on great and they're growing. But we look at this, I feel like it's also women's way of trying to suppress other women in their happiness, where we take all the, oh, look at the statistics, you know, the person here, a lot of the men who came here, they left the women in, they look for something better, and daddy. We take that statistics and we, yeah, and we try to suppress. And I feel like it's a form of suppression. So I feel like as women, if you see somebody, yes, if they're in love, if you don't think that love or that poverty or whatever it is, just pray for your fellow women. Try to encourage it just as much as you want me to pray for your marriage to work. Whether you marry your husband, yeah, or you marry in this place. So that's how I want I want every woman to be successful in their relationship, where they find a relationship, where they ain't find a relationship. I just want every woman to find true, authentic love and be happy in their relationship and their marriages regardless. And that's what we should all want for each other as women. Now, oh, when her husband come here, he will leave her. Is that me saying that marriage, it will not work? Although it been long term, that man probably just there because he want to be there. He ain't got nowhere else to go. Don't speak negativity into people's relationships. Speak positivity and speak life. As women, that's what we should do. Yes.
Both, no?